Hey guys, so welcome back to my program. Now, I want to say that in life, it's very hard to get to the place in terms of to get to the place where you want to get to. Okay, so let's say you want to achieve something remarkable, something amazing, something truly deep in your life. You have to get to the point in your life where you're always seeking inside of yourself. You're going deep inside of yourself for the answers, but also don't expect other people to basically figure you out. Okay, the thing is that you need to go deep inside yourself so that you can find the answers of your life. Okay, so the thing is that in your life you have to find a miracle. You have to create it yourself. You have to dig inside of yourself for everything you ever need. Okay, because what you want is not found in other people, it's found in yourself. Okay, so when you spend time alone, when you spend time with yourself in your life, you'll get to the point in your life where you're deeply realizing who you are. You're deeply letting go of things, letting go of people, letting go of communities, letting go of something in your life so that you can make room for something new in your life. So, for example, it could be habits, okay? It could be certain communities you used to hang out with. And for example, now you're not hanging out with certain communities anymore. You're not going certain places anymore. You're moving in a new direction, and also you're improving your habits by also letting go of things you used to do in your life. And from this point, it's like you want to get to the point in your life where you're self realizing who you are. You're realizing the nature of how you're opening up to the person you are. You're every single day growing as much as possible. You're loving your life. You're doing what you can for other people. Then you have to plan on audio programs your life. Plan in video programs your life. Plan what you feel is necessary for you. And you want to get to the point in your life where you're every single day looking for new ways of breaking through into the life that you want to become in your life. So the thing is that every single day is a new day. You have to bring some wisdom onto the table. Okay, bring some ideas, bring something of yourself, and start giving your treasure, start giving your life, start giving your wisdom, start opening the door for yourself so that you can get to the better point in your life. Because you have to understand in life, when you're speaking, when you're doing things, when you're helping people, when you're doing whatever it is that you want to do in your life, you have to get to the point where you have to break free. Okay? You have to break free and you have to be your own person. You have to be an individual. Okay? And you have to be original in your life. You have to do original things. You have to grow and outgrow yourself. You have to go new places you've never been before, and you have to start doing things you've never done before. And it's not easy, okay? It's not easy to make a new habit in your life. It's not easy to let go of a certain community in your life and not hang out with them anymore, okay? Because when you let go of things in your life, you create a gap, okay? It could be communities, people, it could be certain places you used to go to, or whatever it is. Once you let go of it, and you don't go to that place anymore, or you don't hang out with them anymore, or you don't chase them anymore, or whatever it is, you're left alone, but you also created a massive gap in your life. And when you create this gap in your life, what happens is you suddenly have to fulfill this gap. You have to fill it in with new things, new content, new material, something new in your life to make the new version that you are now. Okay, so in this gap, you have to create things, okay? You have to create your life. You have to do a lot of writing. You have to spend time with yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You have to look at your life and plan your life about where you want to go with your life and what do you want to do with your life, okay? But don't be ashamed of yourself for receiving money from the government Don't be ashamed of yourself for receiving money from other people or whatever it is. It's all here to support you in your growth and to support you in where you're going with your life. And when you're living your life, when you're living your dream, okay, it's always going to be worth it, but there's always more that you can do. There's always more that you can say. There's always more you can become. There's always more of a life waiting for you. So you have to understand, in your life, it's always about you, okay? It's about where do you want to go with your life? What do you want to do with your life? How are you coaching people? What are you doing to set the stage for your life? Because you have to understand, in life, you have to talk. You have to talk a lot of words. You have to talk a lot in life to other people, to everyone around you. You have to talk and you have to stay connected to the world around you, okay? But there will come a time in your life when other people are not messaging you, they're no longer in your life, they won't be with you in life, okay? The thing is that there are many people in life also who drain your energy, they drain your time, they drain your resources, whatever it is, and you have to take care of yourself by stepping back, okay? Stepping back and looking at your life and where do you want to go with your life. Because sometimes the only way you can also feel that you can coach someone is by coaching yourself, okay? And when you coach yourself, when you coach the person you are, when you coach who you are as a person, that's all that matters, okay? Just coach yourself to become better and better and better in your own life. Because it's more worth coaching yourself than it is coaching other people. But first, you have to coach yourself. You have to get knowledgeable. You have to understand that other people are not going to ask you for what's inside of you, because they're either focused on inside of them, or they're focused on their life and they're focused on their worries or whatever it is, and they've got no time to ask you for your coaching or your material or the person you are or whatever it is. So the thing is that in life, you have to look at how you're going to maneuver through life. What are you going to do? What are you going to let go of? What are you going to do that's going to be new in your life? How are you going to progress forward? What kind of changes are you going to make? Okay, and how are you going to become that version of yourself that you've been embarking on in your life? Because that's the important question to ask, is always about you, okay? About what do you want from life? How do you want to achieve it? How are you going to get to the place that you want to be at? And how are you going to fulfill yourself? How are you going to create a great experience for yourself? What are some things that you're going to do to make sure that you're progressing in your life and that you're making a difference and that you're working on your business? And how are you going to progress in this fashion? Because the thing is that when you make a decision on yourself, when you make a decision about what you want to become in your life, it's always about where are you coming from, that place inside of you. Like, you have to understand, in your life, it's always about going inside of yourself. It's always about becoming that version of you that you've always dreamt of, because many of us, we face barriers. We face a lot of barriers in our life. It could be other people, it could be certain areas, it could be a country, it could be whatever it is in life. It could be us, okay? And the thing is that many of us have barriers to entry. Many of us have barriers to things in life. And we have to push through those barriers. We have to break those barriers, those limiting beliefs in ourselves. We have to break the limiting beliefs in ourselves so that we can progress and prosper and flourish and become that version of ourselves that we've always dreamt of, the confident self, the conscious self, the person who's aware about things and how to speak and how to act and how to do and how to function as a human being. Because the thing is that in our life, we have to do something in our life that's going to help us to practice our content on social media, even when they are not watching us, even when other people are not watching us. We have to every single day create something, create words, create advice, create wisdom, create something that's going to embark us on a journey that's going to help us to live our great life. So it's always about breaking those limiting beliefs in ourselves, making sure that when we are breaking those limiting beliefs, that we are becoming a new version of ourselves that we've never been before. Okay? So, for example, I'll tell you something in my personal life. For example, I left a certain community. I no longer hang out with this community. Then I went to another community and I no longer hang out with that community either. And now I'm in a position where, I'm no longer hanging out with these communities, but I'm moving in a new direction where I've never been before in my life, and I'm doing new things with my life in order to get to the place that I want to become in my life. And then this whole gap creates itself. Like, for example, there's a gap now in my life. And with this gap, I have to fill it with music. I have to fill it with writing. I have to fill it with my coaching products, with my advertising, whatever it is. I have to create a new life for myself with new information, because I don't want to play cards anymore. I don't want to hang out with certain communities anymore. And it's like now I'm in the situation where I'm in a new situation, and you have to get to the place in your life where you're just feeling yourself in the moment. You're feeling it, but you're also writing about it. You're writing about your feelings. You're writing about who you are as a person, how you're getting to the better stage in your life, how you're working, how you're doing things, how you're progressing as a person. And then you have to also get your confidence back in your coaching career and in who you are as a person, and do everything online, okay? So everything that you can coach, for example, and everything you can do in terms of being an influencer or being a person of some kind, you can do that on social media. Okay, and now there's a platform on social media you can use, like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is. And you can use these softwares and programs and applications to do your work, to do your growth work, to do something that helps you to share ideas, to be in contact with other people, that helps you to basically share your information around and become an inspiration to other people. Because the thing is, you have to realize it's not about creating millions of dollars as much as it is having health and being a great person. Okay? Because there are many people who earned millions of dollars, but they've done it in a way that they lied to other people about their prices, about their content and how much it's valued at, or whatever it is. And the thing is that many rich people today have lied. They've lied for the life that they have. Do you understand that? Now, of course, they sold people on their content or whatever it is, or they priced it at high amounts, and they got a team with them. They've got a whole team with them working for them. Okay, and the thing is that these people are now like created a legacy or whatever it is. They created a legacy because the thing is that they built systems, okay? They built systems to make other people work for them rather than them working for other people. And now, of course, they create information, and that information goes online, and that works for them forever, okay? But then they have to advertise this information to other people as much as possible. They have to advertise this information a lot of the time to the masses, to a lot of people, and they got people doing this for them, and it's very hard when you're doing everything by yourself. So the thing is, when you're running a company or business or whatever it is, and you're just on your own and you got no teammates, you got no other support other than you, then it's not as easy as you think it is. Okay, because the thing is that it's not easy running a business on your own and running a business with a team and with support around you. Okay, so the thing is that, you have to get to the stage in your life, you have to realize that you have to get to the stage where you're becoming that version of you that you've always dreamt of. Okay, and now in my life, I've achieved some personal things in my life that I don't want to say to you what I've achieved, but you can see by my online status and what I have online in terms of my information and what I've given you already. The things that I've achieved is in terms of things in my life is growth. I've grown to the person that I am now. And when I compare myself to the 23-year-old that I was, and I'm 33 today, I see a remarkable improvement in who I am. I see a big improvement from 10 years of life, how much I've done in those 10 years, how much I've traveled, how much I've been with people or whatever it is. I've improved myself and I've grown in that time frame by myself, pushing myself to grow, pushing myself to grow, pushing myself to grow, and pushing myself to grow. And within this time, I've done a lot of things. I've traveled, I've wrote, I've made quotes, I've grown, I've grown as a person. And I've left some things behind me, personally. I've left some things behind me. I've left certain communities. I've left people. I've left things in my life that no longer serve me. I'm not ashamed about it, because, for example, let's say person A plays cards, but doesn't want to play cards anymore, okay? So that person doesn't play cards anymore, and all of a sudden their life is totally new. They've got a new direction and everything, okay? More time, more money in their life, whatever it is. So the thing is that, I've went through a growth process. I've went through a massive growth process of becoming that version of myself that I am now. I'm much better now than I was before. Although, the body in itself does get sick, okay, over time. The older you get, the less things physically you can do, okay? But you have to realize that while you're young, it's good to go to the gym. It's good to go and walk and exercise and enjoy being fit, enjoy being smoke-free, enjoy being on a great diet, okay? Where you can eat certain foods that you really want to eat when you want, eat and sleep when you want, do things when you want in your life, and fulfill yourself with music, creation, things that make you enjoy your life. Don't go and drink alcohol all day with people or with yourself or whatever it is, and then drown in your sorrows and feel upset and sorry for yourself. Take care of yourself every single day, a little step every single day toward a better place. That's what you need to be doing every single day of your life. You always have to, every single day, look at things that you can do to help coach other people, to help give your information to other people, and you can do all this on social media. Everything, all your work, everything that you came here to do, you have to do on social media. Okay? And now you can do it in real life. You can do it in busking, you can go live events, speaking, public speaking in front of live people, whatever it is. You can work a daily 9 to 5 job, for example, and do your work that way. But the thing is that there are certain people in life that need to do it online or do it live in front of people or whatever it is. And you gotta, every single day, make that life for yourself. Get confident in how you speak. Get confident in who you talk to. Get confident in yourself. You have to increase everything in your life. So you have to increase health in your life. You have to increase money in your life. You have to increase growth in your life. You have to increase investments in your life. It's the overall picture. It's the overall picture of who you surround yourself with and who you talk to and who you hang around is who you become. So the thing is that not many people listen to my stuff online, but someone does. Someone sees my content online, and I probably inspired someone through my photos or whatever it is. I made an impact in the world somehow with my content and who I am. And now many people don't say anything to me about the impact I've made on them as a person, okay? They don't give me any testimonials or anything like that. So the thing is that, I am making a difference in my life. I'm making a difference for others online who do come on my profile, but there are some people in life who are very fortunate. They got a team, they're promoting this whole big content of theirs or whatever it is, and they're advertising it to millions of people, and that's a big thing. But the thing is that those people had to grow into that individual. But the thing is that many people are lying and lying and lying and lying to get to the place that they want to be at. For example, life is unfair because why does one guy have to go and clean cars for a living while another guy has to, for example, while another person gets to drive a Ferrari with a beautiful woman in his car? I don't get that. I don't get why one person has to go and work for $1 or whatever it is, for $1, like cleaning cars on the streets by himself, while another person gets to drive a Ferrari with a beautiful woman. I don't get that, because like that's how life is very unfair. It's very unfair that one person has to clean dishes while another person gets to public speak. But the thing is that, life is like that, and you have to understand it's a lie of a world, okay? And it's very unfair how some people get treated better than others, and how other people gravitate towards where the money is, while they leave people behind them who are broke, and and stuff like that. So the thing is, you have to get to the point in your life where you're creating information, you're creating the person you are, you're creating your life, you're creating your dreams, and you're every single day speaking and speaking and speaking into the phone and into the phone. You're speaking a lot into the phone every single day, and you're creating, you're posting, you're every single day doing your social media thing, and you're spreading knowledge and you're spreading your grace in the world. Okay? So the thing is that in your life, you always have to be speaking. You always have to be talking. As long as you're alive, you have to be talking words. But the more words you speak, the more you grow, the more you become your version that you want to become. So the thing is that as you age, as you get older, you let go of certain things, you let go of certain places, you let go of certain people, you let go of certain communities, you let go of certain things that you've been doing in your life, and you move into your new version. And this creates a gap in your life. And you have to fill this gap with creativity. You have to fill this gap with new content, new places, new things, to become this new version of yourself. You understand? Because the thing is that if you don't do that, then you're going to fall back into the person you were. So you have to be always moving forward in your life. So you're like the captain. You're the captain of your ship, okay? And you're steering the wheel, okay? You're steering the wheel of your life 24/7. That boat's moving regardless of if you're going down or up. So you have to understand, you have to steer your ship. You have to steer the person you are, and you have to sail the direction of your life, okay? You have to set the sail, as Jim Rohn says. And every single day you have to move forward in your life as much as possible, living your life as much as possible, breathing deeply in who you are, believing in yourself every single day, and just expanding as a person. You have to expand as a person, and you have to every single day create your foundation, create who you are, create your capacity, create the person that you believe in, okay? So the thing is that you have to create yourself, okay? You have to create who you are, okay? but you are every single day growing into the person you are. Okay, every single day you're growing into the person you want to become. And you're the commander, you're the lieutenant, you're the captain, you're the person who is the driver of your movie. So then you move forward in your life, you help other people around you, you start giving to other people around you as well. Give them money, give them whatever it is, give them, so that you shall receive a better life. So the more you give of yourself, the more you share content of yourself, the more you're giving to people around you, the better it is. You understand? The more you understand in life, the better. But you have to put everything into words. You have to put everything into programs. You have to put everything into quotes and content and music and everything. You have to create your life, and you have to create all this content, and you have to share it with humanity, and you have to share it on your profile, on your social media, and then you have to bring people into your social media through advertising. Okay? And then once you're at this point, then, like, for example, you just keep it going, and eventually it's going to be time where you're going to try to make money online, or where you're going to try advertising yourself and learning it yourself, learning the situation yourself, to be able to do either ClickFunnels or things that can make you money online while you're doing paid ads or whatever it is. But testing the theory, testing your life, testing your scenario, testing what you do in life, and then sharing this material and trying to make some money out of it, trying to get more financially free or whatever it is. And you have to understand, from this point, it's like you have to give it a go. You have to give it a go. You have to push boundaries. You have to understand to just invest in yourself, because ClickFunnels is an investment in yourself, and so is any type of business that you do is an investment in yourself. So the thing is that the more you write, the more you create, the more you post online, the more you're doing your business, the more you do your own business, okay? The more it flourishes, the more it becomes who you want to be, and the more it becomes into who you are, okay, as a person. So that's why, like, don't feel ashamed if you're receiving money from the government, or if you're receiving money in nature. If someone gives you $50 or whatever it is, just for, like, because it's your birthday, just receive it, because the thing is that you have to realize that a lot of us have been given things. People have given other people inheritances, like parents have given their kids inheritances, and this person goes with their inheritance and basically has all these women around him and all this kind of stuff because of his dad who gave him millions of dollars, and stuff like that. So the thing is that you have to realize that you have to get to the stage in your life where you're feeling your growth, you're feeling who you are, you're building your confidence in how you speak, you're building your confidence in how you talk, you're building your confidence in who you are. And all you have to do is open up and be social. All you have to do is open up every single day and be social with other people. And now in my personal life, for example, it's like it's very difficult for me to be very social with other people, because I am social with other people, although I don't open up to everyone. Okay, I don't open up to everyone because I don't know them. Okay, and first of all, I don't know them. And I know also that people drain time, energy, and money from you. And the thing is that I've been hurt in my life also by other people and by communities. I've been hurt by people, okay? And the thing is that it's very hard to open up to people when you've been hurt as a person, okay? But the thing is that because it's hard, it's possible. When it's hard, it's possible, okay? And you have to realize that even sending a message to other people, anyone, just getting connected. Hey, how's your day? That's it. Send that through. At least you feel that you sent a message to someone and said, hi, how's your day going? Or whatever it is. But then there's also the deep part of me that wants to be very communicative. I want to be very communicative. I want to be very deep in my discussions with people. I want to be very mature in my communication with other people. I want to talk on a deep notch. I want to talk deeply to other people. I want to be looked at as smart. I want to be looked at as a person who is a good thinker, a person who helped other people online or whatever it is. And I want to be looked at and respected. I want to be respected and not just joked upon. I don't like being joked upon. I don't like that. I don't like being the joke of society. I like being a person who is respected, who has helped people, and who lives their life the best way they can, And you have to realize that, sometimes you can get emotional when you're talking. You can get emotional when you're speaking your heart out, because the thing is that when you help people so much, and you're posting content online every day, and you're making a program and you're just posting it online every day, and you're sowing the seed in your life, you're helping yourself with your own information, and you're creating, and you're basically talking and creating your life, and every single day you're doing this for yourself. You're doing this to help grow yourself, to become a coach or whatever it is that you want to become. That somehow, somewhere in your life, that you're going to prosper, you're going to become a better version of yourself. And that's the whole point, because as soon as you've spoken it into the world, as soon as you've given it on your YouTube channel or whatever it is, you're adding value to the world around you, just by the work you're doing. So that's why I'm saying, do more things that are going to help you to post on YouTube, that's going to help you post on Instagram, that's going to help you post online and bring people on your social media. And then eventually you'll start making money online when you start making an investment in yourself, when you feel that you're absolutely ready now to do it. And once you do that, then you're growing, then you're moving forward. And, you can always be moving forward in life, no matter what direction it is. And there's billions of directions in life, okay? There are billions of directions in life, and you can always be moving closer to those directions. And you can always be moving forward in those directions. And so sow your seed in the world, and look at what you can do for other people, how you can make a difference, how you can every single day brainstorm and do whatever you feel that is necessary for you to grow as a person, and to talk and to be fluent and to become that version of you that you feel is necessary for you. That you can become confident as a person to speak to your mom, to your dad, to people around you, that you can feel that you're confident to talk to them. Just because they're 50 years of age or 60 years of age doesn't mean that you can't talk to them. You can talk to them. You can talk to them deeply and become your greatest version of you, and believe in yourself every single day. So with that said, every single day is always to do more. Every single day, looking for strength, looking for wisdom, looking for hope, looking for whatever it is in your life that you need. And you got all that inside of you, so just look deep inside of yourself for all the answers, for everything that you feel that you need in your life, and start creating that for yourself. Start creating that version of you that you feel that you can coach people, that you can basically believe in yourself, that you can give of yourself and coach people about the person that you are today, and how you can move forward in your business, and how you can every single day grow and outperform yourself. Sam, because the thing is that you have to realize it's always about what you have given in the world. How have you given it? How did you give this content to other people? And how did you come off across? So how did you come off across, and how did you do it? That's what you need to understand. Every single day, it's always about what are you giving, how are you giving it, where are you giving it, and start really understanding your life, your mindset, who you are as a person, how you're moving forward, and how you're delivering content to the world around you. Because the thing is that you have to understand, you have to grow as an individual. You have to grow in your life. You have to grow who you are. So every single day, looking inside of yourself, becoming that version of yourself that you need to become. You have to become your best version. That's all it's all about. It's always about becoming your best version, and it's always you versus you. It's always you versus you. You understand? It's always you versus you, not you against you. You're with yourself, but you're versing yourself to become that version of yourself that you need to become. So become that version of yourself that you've always dreamt of. And every single day, always look to move forward in your life. Regardless of how you're moving forward, you're moving forward. You're impacting the world around you. You're becoming your best version. You're doing things to expand yourself. And that's all you need to focus on every single day of your life. Focus on you. Focus on who you are. Focus on giving. Focus on expanding yourself, living your life, living your dream, and creating more and creating more. Create as much as you can. Every single day, create as much as you can, but live your life to the potential that you want to live it. You know what I'm saying? And believe in yourself every single day. Believe in who you are. Because other people are not going to believe in you, but you believe in yourself. You believe in who you are because you're worthy, you're deserving, you are someone who deserves your love, you deserve your wisdom, you deserve what you need in your life, okay? So focus on a greater life, focus on a better story, focus on manifesting more and becoming your best version.